so... And we're off! 20 rupees in Link's house and the key in the sanctuary. Alright, looks like Glan's gonna go check the island.
Yep, doing some pretty standard play, as well as getting his kill count up for when he comes back to where Chex is. Gets an easy time doing the different tree pull checks.
20 rupees in bonk rocks, and also was 20 rupees on the island, so probably not gonna go back for that. Let's see what's in Saha's closet.
Alright, we do have bombs on tier 1 pull, so nice time until we finally get that sword.
Oh, and the bush crab, but also flippers in the back of Saha's closet.
Yeah, pretty decent. It does make some things trickier. So we do see a sword on Ganon, so we're probably not going to see an Ganon play anytime soon. There's 3 others in the pool, so no big deal.
Also, nice 20 rupee drop. Always nice to find rupees early. Alright. And 20 rupees there. Opting not to pick that up. 5-6 at Eastern, regular crystal at Desert, and a green pendant at Era. Interesting.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate that Hair's a pendant.
Setting up a water walk there on that little pit. Not sure if he got it. I can never tell with the non... Yep, he got it.
Yeah, the big key on that is make sure you keep moving when you're doing that.
Ooh, interesting. Only once I've figured out her Skullwoods mini Moldorm and Ice Rod Cave. Hookshot. And a hammer. Oh my goodness.
And then that is technically unlogical already since we got those early flippers on Sahasrila, so Glan doesn't need to make his way over there pretty fast. Chex is going to go straight up to Death Mountain right now.
I mean, that is kind of the Death Mountain cure package right there.
And it's just right around the corner, as you can see.
Yep, with some screen scrolling shenanigans.
Yeah, though. Right now, it's like Chex isn't really in any danger to solve. Like he just needs to navigate his way without being able to see the collision detection stuff to enter a cave.
Alright, found the book. Oh, I wouldn't say that yet, mind of me. Also, blue cane.
Yep, it might be a while before we see Chex do Kakariko. He likes to do that pretty late. Not that he actually needs the Moon Pearl to actually beat the seed.
Wait, where was Moon Pearl?
Moon Pearl was in... It was in the back of, Blind's hut.
Also there's Glove. So, ooh, blue mail. Traditional but unnecessary, Dark World access there. Kinda interesting to see that so early, though. Bombos. Lamp. And a cape. Ooh, and ether. Wow, getting all this stuff early.
All right, and all this so far, we can get our, well, we can get a lot of crystals, or we can get desert crystal. We can get hair pendant, which is also green, by the way. So there's a little bit of extra value that'll bring checks towards Sahasrahla if he does that. Thieves Town is completable, and we don't know quite yet about what else to do.
Yep, gonna get the floating island though for that Quake medallion, or Trifork. There we go.
So we have
try.
so we've already found all 3 medallions. So it doesn't even matter what my medallion is, or
Yeah. Wow. So early for all 3. So early for all this stuff. Goodness. This has been a crazy start.
and we're not quite sure yet if we need the fire rod. We do have 2 pendants in the dark world.
Big key. Something's. Oh! Sword and Turtle Rock. That's interesting.
And then Glan's already in desert. With how the overworld glitches works and routing works is, this front part of Desert Powers is more or less like an extension of Kakariko Village. He did a series of boot clips to get down here. If you do things for exactly 1 frame, and depending on which position you are, the game does have a little bit of a trouble of determining where you should go next. Sometimes it doesn't recognize that you shouldn't be past a boundary, and then if you do a diagonal input, like down into a slope, it tries to correct itself and unfortunately overcorrects sometimes, just due to a variety of different variables.
Yep. Also, I think that's a boomerang was with a grumpy fish. I read that in the short time that it was up correctly.
Dex is gonna go ahead and get this green pendant off of Mole.
I disagree with the best boomerang comment, but we'll leave that up for debate. Also, Moldorm's dead.
Fortunately, didn't see much on the Desert on Glan's side. He is gonna be able to at least check this out. Just some cash on Bombos. Nice little boot dash buffering to the right lets you hop on over here and go straight to K45. And then after he's done with that, he'll do another dash buffer or go up top and clip downwards to make it to Checkerboard Cave, and then probably end in Agina and then saving quote out of that.
What in some cash requires Big Red Bomb?
So in order to get the mirror, you actually have to get the crystals this time.
Oh, that's evil.
Yes, like the only glitched way, especially one that's allowed in overworld glitches, the only glitch method requires, though, we do need to get a fairly early bow and something else, because we don't know what Crystal 6 is yet, or the other one of that is.
Yeah. Flute? Well, okay, that's not really required in this mode, but it's pretty early, so...
Its strength isn't convenience, kind of like gold sword and silver arrows. It's a convenience thing.
Yeah, especially this early.
Playing going straight to the back of his gate.
$20 rupees on the graveyard ledge. It's a heart, 10 arrows, and the map. So I think that all the items are in the front at this point.
Alright, Chex is gonna hula-hand right here. So whenever you do this clip from Death Mountain to get to the bottom portion, until you enter a cave or otherwise fix your camera, it does trigger hula-hand room if you fall into a hole. And Chex is going to, looks like, make his way up to Kakariko finally. He's going to get his moon pearl pretty early and have basically the entire game open to him.
Also a bottle, so maybe Sick Kid has something. There's 2 rupees outside the dam. Nice hook speed. Wow. He always impresses with me with his ability to hook speed so quickly. Anyway, though, that's all 3 medallions for Chexhuman.
Mortal's not playing too nicely with Glan's limited supply of bombs. Alright, we'll see what we get in here. Not much of note. We'll probably see Glan decide to go up to Ice Rock Cave, maybe even do some water walking anyways. A little bit faster than swimming around. But he definitely needs to make it to that waterfall ferry for that hookshot and hammer.
Yep. So, hopefully we'll do so soon.
Yep, and since he did bomb open that cave, it looks like he is playing in that water rock, because you could just clip into that cave without bombing it open.
You can? Oh.
Slope right by the rock down there. If you do an upwards from that, you'll be right inside the cave's entrance and you just hold up.
Huh. Interesting.
We didn't see the hobo check from Chex, so we'll see what's over here. Some arrows. And we do get that moon pearl for check.
Is he going Dark World?
Looks like that might as well. Got your hammer, you got your moon pearl. A lot of closer checks by...
Oh no, he's going Ped.
Interesting.
Alright, everybody get your Ped hypes in chat. Come on. No! Ped is dead.
Alright, we do get to see the sword check. We didn't see this on Chex's side. Just 5 rupees. Chex is going to Dark World at this time. Just gotta reset his camera really fast. I think we'll see a start in Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny first, and then possibly go down to Catfish from there. Got some armor.
Yep. Alright. Okay, 5-6 at Skull Woods, pendants at Turtle Rock and Swamp.
Okay, so we do need that fire rod. We don't need to worry about getting that mirror. So we are just short bow, fire rod, and 2 swords. We do know that there's one in Turtle Rock. We know that there's one in Aghanim. Not Aghanim, or Lumberjack. If we see a cane fairly in this little area, we might see Chex hop in. Actually, did Chex see that hint? I think that was in here, wasn't it?
Sorry.
And with hammer and hookshot, I would not be surprised if we did end up seeing a GT check, but I think we'll see catfish instead.
Possibly. Another bottle.
Oh, Glan got stuck.
Thankfully had a bomb to rescue himself, though.
Yeah, it's like those pegs can be a little disheartening and kind of.
Nice hook speed.
And there's our blue boomerang. So we don't know what Zora is then.
Right, Primer.
We're gonna see pyramid. We might see. Not sure if I'll go to Hammer Pegs quite yet, or just head straight down to Hype Cave. Probably Hammer Pegs after this check. And then just do a super jump or use Link's house to get to Hype Cave from there.
Shovel. You want to do a fetch quest, JC?
We probably won't see that for a while. Okay, we're gonna see Hype Cave really fast. Don't think he will enter Pod. Yeah. Glan gets his green pendants.
And time for a Hype Cave check.
Easy money to start. Piece of heart, some more bombs. More bombs. Alright, so this cave was pretty junk today.
Cave formerly known as Hype, definitely. Where is he going now?
He's going to Grove right now. Just going to use hookshot to do a quick hop over here, unless he gets bombs. There we go.
Nice job there.
He doesn't need to check what the Mire Medallion is, but we'll probably see him do a quick hop over to the Mire Shed anyway. Ah, there's one sword.
So we now know where 3 swords are.
Yep, and then if we find ourselves in a position where the only thing we need is that last sword, we'll probably see them dip into Turtle Rock instead, since we know where that one is.
I mean, for all they know, that could be on Trinex, though.
Yeah, it's hard to say. And it's like our our
Fire rod.
yeah, we got a fire rod now. So we're going to see a nice little dungeon cleanup route from Chex then, before we leave. Yep, so we just have one sword location left in the pool.
Wow. Wow, God GT, of course. Only happens when you're checking the rest of GT.
And then early big key is really nice on this one. Especially, of course, it's not as time-saving if you don't have a mirror and you plan to check both sides. But something like this is really nice, so you can check that big chest before you hop down to Armos.
Yep.
Chex is going to barely make his way up into Village of Alkish right before that timer runs out with a couple of clips to skip the need for Titans.
Though, admittedly, it's a bit salt-inducing to find the big key in the first chest when you're checking everything else. For me. Alright, let's see what's in the chest game. Just 10 arrows.
Not much yet, and we haven't seen much in GT yet either.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising.
And all we're missing now is bow, cane, and one more sword up.
And, you know, do you really want to go Master Sword, though? Like, knowing where a third sword is, but at the same time, you have no idea where in Turtle Rock it'll be.
Yes, like Master Sword Ganon isn't really that slow. Not a whole extra dungeon clear slow.
Yeah, true.
And both these runners, they are pretty comfortable with the Master Sword Ganon fight anyway. And we got, well, Chex has got Lamp. Glan will likely run into Lamp pretty soon once he starts his Death Mountain check.
There's our third bottle already. Definitely no shortage of bottles today. $20.
Hyper Stars are in the way, so even if Chex did get that God Pixel, he couldn't have made it up.
Yeah. Also, I just realized that
Gainaber does the second most damage out of all the items that you have. Good thing we did get that green potion just in time.
quite convenient.
Yeah, Armor Sight's basically whatever items you have, it can either do great damage or damage.
And just 2 hammer hits after.
And let's see if this early play pays off in the... Unfortunately not.
I don't think we got anything good in GT, aside from a bottle, but... I don't think we got anything else worth noting. Did we?
Nope, we got nothing. We just have that big key, so... Hopefully the next time Glan enters GT, he'll already be in go mode and just go straight up. Meanwhile, Chex is pretty deep into Thieves Town and Haven't seen much of note in that yet either.
Oh my. There we go.
Yep, that little dash hop does make that little hop into the island a lot easier than it has been. Sometimes, like, whether or not you had flippers makes escaping into that a little bit tricky.
Yeah. But he pulled it off like a pro. Alright. What is in Spiral Cave today? Actually, I don't even remember if we saw this yet.
We should have seen this on Chex's side. This is where he entered when he did that fun little wrap around the world by Zora.
Oh, right.
Okay, we got a pretty textbook fight going on for Chex right now. Glan is going to get, I think, this last few medallions. He's definitely going to get the lantern in here. Still nothing out of Thieves Town, but we do have that next crystal. Oh, this is our first crystal of the game still.
Yeah.
But we will see Skullwoods get completed. We'll see the bumper cave first.
Yep. Or not. Chex.
Huh.
Chex debating us.
He is going to go straight to Mothula. Possibly check out this big key chest first along the way.
Oh, we're getting a turtle, or no, this is, never mind. I'm just being dumb. Bombos, not that that really matters. Alright, let's see what's in, I think we saw this earlier too. Yeah, too many seats for one day.
Alright, Chex is going to have to do mostly a hammer sword Mothula fight.
Ugh. That is...
It's not too bad depending on how those conveyors go.
Depends on how cooperative Mothula decides to be, though.
He obeys the programming put in by the developers.
Which is intended to be as horrible as possible, I think.
Oh yes.
I'm like 99% sure that was their intention. How do we make a boss as horrible as we can?
That was an amazing fight. Works pretty well. Glan is hopping over to Skullwoods now.
Glan having a little difficulty with this.
Yep, you basically have to be on the last pixel right before you hop.
Did he get it?
Nope, he's fine.
Oh, yep.
Yep, he just has to be careful on the inputs he does, and he just has to make sure he enters without being nudged back right.
What happens if you go right at all anyway?
You get a scroll rock. Same effect as if you get hit in fake flippers in vanilla game.
Ah,
Yeah, the game doesn't like it when you wrap around a map at all.
I wonder why. I mean, I'm pretty sure the devs never intended you to do that.
Yeah.
I think he just got wall mastered, but that might have been intentional.
Fortunately, Galen didn't get to make use of that lucky fairy drop. But we've got blue mail. No big deal. No real chance up. No big real worry of dying. We've only seen one item so in Skullwoods. So this chest should be an item. We'll probably save a save and quit out.
Yep, there's the second one.
Alright. Now he's probably gonna go and check out Bumper Ledge. Let's see, what do we have left? We have the front part of Escape still. We still have to see Uncle. Can't get that mirror yet. It's not needed to beat the seed either way. But we might... No, if they've got bottles, they both know how to get into Ice Palace without the mitts. Looks like Chex is probably gonna go to GT. Since we see he already did the East Death Mountain, Dark Death Mountain checks. And then along the way, check out Spike Cave. Might as well. Already here again.
Just a piece of heart. Also, I always love doing this reverse Spike Cave.
Yeah, definitely a great way to make sure you conserve as much health and magic as possible whenever you want to combine it with something.
Also, I don't know what I've been doing wrong the last few times I've been trying to clip into GT, but I just keep like, it looks like I'm in the right spot, and then I just like try to push in different directions and it won't let me, and then I just hop down, and then I'm like somewhere, and I can't tell where.
You use the bottom slope or that bottom little wall to line up, and then you go straight left from there. You need something that will let you buffer a little bit so you can, because your next input once you're in the right spot has to be down right. If you anything else for 1 frame or more, you will lose that position.
It's not working. It's not been working, even though I do exactly that.
It takes a bit of practice.
I mean, I was getting it consistently before, and then it just stopped working one day. Maybe my controller's dropping inputs or something.
If you start trying to do the down right, like whenever you're doing whenever you release this, that'll break you out as well. If you're slightly off, or if you try to do a dash jump off that, you'll see some funky things happen. Chex is living on the edge in GT. Gets his 4th piece of heart, so no big deal anymore. Checks with his boomerang. Doesn't have to waste his bombs to make it through here.
It makes this look so easy.
He is a seasoned runner in many, many different categories. He has a million tricks up his sleeve.
I mean, he manages to make hook speed look impressive, so... You can make even easy tricks look impressive. That's saying something. So where do you think Bo's gonna be? Actually, for that matter, Samaria is needed too. Alright. Check's almost through GT.
Glan's about to grab his first crystal. Glan still did not get his sword yet. He hasn't made his way. I forgot where we got that sword.
I don't...
I think we got it off Stump. It was either Stump Kid or Mire Shed. Chix doesn't want to use up his potion at this. Probably saving that for some Overworld YBA shenanigans in case he needs that to enter Ice Palace.
It's amazing how broken bottles are in Zelda games.
Yep, and then with the heavy memory constraints there are on the Super Nintendo, developers do have to make conscious decisions like, okay, something like this could happen, but what's the likelihood of somebody stumbling upon this? And to be perfectly honest, like a lot of the stuff that we do is like these weren't a bunch of accidental finds for the most part. These were people studying the disassembly of the game and learning how the game functions at the absolute lowest level. And the fact that these random things that would have never been discovered that early, back before they even released the United States version, and they got those fixed. Say like these item dashes. So how they even knew, or I mean, it could have just very well been the side effects of some other thing. I don't know a lot of like the assembly stuff, but something like that surely nobody would have discovered easily by that point. They managed to get those fixed.
And then there's still glitches like the one I found that still haven't been figured out to this day. So, that could be fun. Bootless super speed.
Yep, so Glan finally gets his sword. Chex is going to hop into the desert, get that crystal from there.
This guard being a bully. Yeah, probably just kill it now at this point. ₹300 for Glan, but the rest of this is pretty garbage if I'm remembering.
Yeah, there's nothing of value as far as rupees anymore. It's like with 1,000 rupees, that's more than enough to get everything needed. The only mode that you really care about having a lot of extra spare rupees would be if we had Underworld glitch. It looks like Glan is trying to get into Ice Palace now.
Interesting.
And there's, with as much other things that we've seen so far, I mean, it's not the absolute worst play. We're just skipping the myths. Should be... Okay, good. Thought he got stuck in the wall for a second. Unique item in the sewers. That has to be the tea room because we did not see anything in the very back.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think we ever did see sewers, did we?
Nope, all we saw was the last three in escape. Yep, we still haven't seen Uncle, we still haven't seen Hyrule Castle.
Oh my. Ice Palace with just the fighter sword is awful.
He'll be fine. He's got a million heart, he's got blue mail, he's got hammer. He'll be fine.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be fine. I wouldn't be fine though.
Only thing that matters on this race is if the runners can do it.
True that. Just kind of makes you stare in awe and wonder how they managed to do it without dying 50 times.
They probably died a million times practicing to become good at this.
Good point.
We get a Zelda 1 hint in there.
Wait, that's actually a Zelda 1 hint? I just assumed that was just something from
That's a
them.
Zelda 1 reference. I forget which dungeons actually have that hint in that. I think it's actually Dungeon 9 in Zelda 1. Along the way to one of the Blue Rizro rooms to lead you to Patra or something.
Ooh, that's interesting. Just gouge cash. Mushroom. Another fetch quest.
Jax gets his flute. We probably won't see him cash it out. Well, he might be going there now. No, he hasn't seen. We haven't seen him go to the back of escape. He's basically cleared out everything else in Kakariko area. So, not much draw to make it back that way. I don't think he's cashing the bottle yet either.
No, I don't think so. I don't even know that we have seen Kid at this point. Did he? Okay.
I thought it was Glan that checked Sick Kid.
Looks like we're gonna be seeing Dark Cross.
I don't think we checked cashing the shovel yet. With no mirror, we got a hint that mirror is in pyramid, and so mirror is gonna be bow lock.
Ooh, okay, that's nice to have. Half magic. Hey, you know, if I get half magic, I'm not complaining. These runners probably don't need it as badly as I do, but... I think that's our third item in ice, so... And the goose is loose.
Meanwhile, we'll probably see Glan start off with Bombo. Let him have some fire red shots, which will do some tempered damage for him. This nice little section start a little bit easy, or save it, leave it as a safety for if something goes wrong in the a little bit of spooky action actually ended up hitting a culture puff that was off to the side.
Oh, that was spooky? I just assumed that was the fire rod hitbox.
How the fire rod hitbox works is there's a bunch of things that how that affects how it works. It wouldn't necessarily be like a purposeful one. If something got set on while using something else.
Also to chat, speculating about the half magic, I think it was meant as a misdirection because it's meant to be a curse in the vanilla game.
Yes, I can. In the English text, our magic bot taunts you and tells you that you're gonna pay, and helps you suffer. Matches 2 and 3 will not be until Sunday and Monday, I believe. Yeah, but then I totally agree with this play on Glan size. Like, we've cleared a lot of dungeons, and a lot of them have been empty. And so we need to start he needs to start checking, cashing in on those other. If we know some of these things, we go ahead and cash it. Can't really do much with the Turtle Rock hint because you can only check 2 chests right now, potentially up to 4. At least not.
Go ahead.
At least not without a cane.
There was powder. Where were flippers again?
They were in Sauce was cut.
Chexhuman still hasn't been to Saha's closet?
And we haven't seen that. I think we've seen that. Did we see that green pendant cashed in yet? I don't think so.
I don't believe so, no.
We are going to see that happen pretty soon, though.
Oh, look where Chex is going right now. Single arrow! Oh, that's amazing. Oh, there's his flippers.
Let's see. Chex did not get much because he didn't go to ice yet. And he probably won't go to ice for quite a while.
Okay, let's see what's in the front of Escape. Oh! There it is. Now we just need some Aria and we're in go mode.
So that definitely works out pretty nice in Glan's favor as far as GT is. So we know his go mode is not going to be on right side. It's not going to be strictly in right side GT. Could be that last sword still. Then, alright, Glan is setting up for that Death Horse, so he will get his half magic pretty soon. Meanwhile, Chex isn't going to worry about that Death Horse because he's already got that eye.
Oh. Careful. Please. Thank you. That was a little close for comfort.
Alright, so Glan's got the items necessary in order to get that mirror if you wanted to now.
That's true.
But we're definitely gonna see the Pod Eastern combo really fast, and he'll finish up Desert before he considers cashing in that bomb and hopping to Swamp. Chex will definitely finish off. Not sure if he'll start with Eastern first or go to Death Mountain because he doesn't have a way to go back to Light World. Yep, and then he'll take advantage of a nice little super jump to hop right on top of the entrance. Well, that one wasn't a super jump. You do have to do a more fun jump with to do something similar with Pod, but that only works if you have Mirror. And Glan following suit, following that bow hint.
It's a pity you can't jump on top of the pod and hit switch yourself so you can get rid of Kiki.
Yep, that's just a little bit too high for Link's reach. If I remember correctly, it is on the upper. I mean, it's definitely on that upper layer. So even if you were to walk by it, it's far above Link's head.
Yeah.
They've just basically merged at this point. The big thing, Chex hasn't done that Glanstone was Ice Palace. But as far as item checks and locations remaining, they're roughly the same.
You know, though, with what chat's pointing out with it being Ice Palace versus Desert Palace plus Skullwoods, it's like, roughly similar. Magic mirror requires a big red bomb. You don't say, game.
Okay, so we got 2 hints for that one.
Actually, do we even need a mirror?
We don't know yet. We don't need it to get a crystal directly now.
I mean, as long as
We've got quite a
Samaria isn't in
got
swamp.
that, and we still need to grab a second sword somewhere. I mean, we've got a few items. I mean, we do technically have access to get the lumberjack right now.
I should just be like chilling right near, right in one of those chests you can access in Turtle Rock without Samaria. Wow, this sink though. Nice quick kill. One picks it up as the other holds it up.
Yep, we'll definitely see pod neck check side. Then after that, I think we'll see him finish up the top of GT from there. A few more items left in GT compared to the 3 and which we did see it was nothing. Might see one of the runners gamble the Samaria Meyer play.
Huh, you think of Vanilla Meyer? Or Vanilla Samaria? That could be interesting. Well, you can only check a couple chests in Turtle Rock
2 to 4.
without the cane, right?
2 to 4.
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah, if big key is in one of those 2 chests you can access, then you can access 2 more without. You can access 2 more without the cane. Yeah, Glan did do left side GT already, so he just has to do upper GT and find another sword. Do have both runners in pod. It's going to be not as fun in pod. Mirror's your best friend in this dungeon.
True. Alright, let's see what this hint is. Unique item? No kidding. Which one are you referring to? The hammer or are you referring to the hook shot? Because they're both kind of unique required items. You know, maybe if they're lucky, Samaria will be in here. Also, Chex is out of arrows.
Which is no big deal. Pot has a lot of arrow pots in here. He does need to remember to stock up a whole lot before he heads up to GT. That's what he wants to do next. Or at least just enough to make sure he can clear the mimic rooms.
That's true. There are those 4 chests upstairs.
He's trying to set up for a death warp.
Silvers.
Okay.
So at least no Master Sword silverless today.
Okay, so we've got normal looking pots inside of the skull. So this is perfect. This is 100% vanilla behavior. If you're whenever you die and Aghanim hasn't been killed, that game assumes that you're still in a light world. So whenever you die inside a dungeon, you're still in the dungeon, but it thinks you're in light world. For the purpose of this dungeon, it doesn't have any bearing on the rest. But if you were to try to transition screens after beating this dungeon, the first screen that it loads will look like it's Dark World, but when he transitions, he'll just randomly end up in Light World.
This game's well programmed.
It is pretty well programmed, especially given their limitations.
Yeah, fair. Still, when you consider we can do things that even OT can't.
I mean, there's no point in accounting for situations in program that shouldn't have ever happened to begin with. It's like it simply wasn't the case that was ever needed for the case of the fake Light World or Dark World.
Fair.
Alright, so far we've only seen Silver Arrow so far. Still missing Cannon Samar. We're still missing one more sword so we can actually damage.
And that's on the sword down. So where are they off to next? The mountain.
Chex will probably hop into GT. He's not going to GT. He got his flute out. Let's see what he's got left. Oh, he hasn't checked Hobo yet. Bunch of small locations left to check. Graveyard. King's Tomb isn't in logic until we get the mirror or the mitts. We haven't seen hammer pegs. Those are in logic. But I think we'll see that GT finished off. Yeah, he's definitely going to GT at this time.
Yep. Wait, Glan seriously hasn't activated Flip till just now? You got that, like, what, 10 minutes in? Dang. Alright, and that has for us...
Just 5 rupees.
Whoopee.
Alright. Will Glan finish off stuff that he wasn't able to complete before when he was in the area? The big reason why he doesn't have his Skullwood Crystal right now is he did his Dark World check starting north to south. The Fire Rod was in Meyer's shed, so he unfortunately didn't have that Fire Rod when he was in Skullwoods earlier, but he's definitely gonna come get that done right now. Check's making that nicely through on the Fire Sword Gauntlet. That's kind of weird that that Fire Rod didn't actually hit that Stalfos there. It...
Nice one cycle. Alrighty, doesn't. Oh. Wizard brooms with no Samaria.
He's done all the categories where you have to one cycle these with.
What is Haiku Type referring to when he says splash offset?
It makes.
What?
I can't fully explain this particular thing, but a lot of the things, like especially when it comes to the Fire Rod's little splash part, there's other variables that it reads but never actually sets itself. Of some of the actions that you do, and if you do know something that overrides that variable later on, it affects how the Fire Rod behaves.
Ah, okay. Alright, Moldworm 2 down. And Moldworm's last possession is just a piece of heart.
Two in the first cycle. Pretty sure that was triple. I don't think it was too close for that to register.
Yep, was a triple.
Alright,
2, 3, 1.
we have Ganon 2 down. Chex will almost definitely go to Hammer Pegs from right here. He's done the catfish, he's done all the pod Eastern stuff, he does Hive Cave. And this puts him in a nice position to go straight to Eclipse 2 Hammer Pegs from here. I think Hammer Pegs is the last thing left in Logic itself, as far as Overworld checks. Super Bomb we know has a mirror in it, right? So there's always, he opts to not do... Oh, he's going straight for the Super Bomb right now instead. And then he knows about the mirror. No, he's not going there. Oh, he's going to do the Swamp play, the Ice Palace play now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Unfortunately for him, it's not going to lead to much.
At least it's another crystal, though.
Yeah.
Alright, and Glan making his way up the gauntlet. I really do have to wonder where that Samari is hiding. What have we got left in the overworld? We haven't really seen... Oh, we can't see Swamp yet. So we can go get the big bomb. Meyer. Could be vanilla. It could be those 2 to 4 chests in TR. Oh no! I always hate when I fall off after the bomb jump is successful. That's like the worst feeling ever.
Oh, that was a sick attempt for that one bomb strat for the Pen Gators. Yep, and then Leaving Ganon's tower, Glan might be a touch ahead.
I mean, Desert Palace doesn't take that long to complete, though. Just Samaria. Yeah, that's true. I think Glan turned in the mushroom. You remember, JC?
I don't believe he has. I don't think he's been in the air since getting the mushroom. He did reactivate that flute fairly recently.
Maybe I'm remembering from the last match then. It's triple. Wait, was that a double? Wow. Okay. Been a while since I've seen a double triple. Shovel. Where was Shovel?
It was kind of early in the seed.
Oh, it's right here. Never mind. Oopsies.
That works well. And Glan is going to check out hammer pegs. Then other than that, the next best choice is to go ahead and get that mirror now. Probably a little bit smarter to check out, to at least go ahead and cash in that mirror. And so if you do want to if you make that turtle rock play, might as well get those hammer pegs, or not hammer pegs, hammer cave. I don't think we saw a hint on that yet.
I don't think so. Oh, goodness me.
Unfortunately, nothing from hammer pegs.
Okay, cold stairs down.
Yep, so with that half matching in hand and the fire rod sight, coaster went down ultra fast.
I still remember the forced fighter sword bomb victories I saw so long ago. That was a thing.
You see that mushroom check now?
Alright, what's it gonna be? Wait, you can spin... you know, I guess there's no reason you can't spin speed off that. I just never thought of it. Just 50 rupees.
Either preparing for some fake flutes to get down by Meyer, or just preparing for some refills later on with preparing for that Master Sword fight that you know he's gonna have. What did you not check?
I love how the messed up palettes look sometimes. Wait. Oh. Well, they don't have mitts.
Yep, and then even the show that Chexus did wasn't in logic. He does have a way to do that, to check them. Check's getting that the powder from Hera due to a sent from Ice Palace, and then using just following that down here.
Yep, Glan going for the mirror. Nice damage dash thing that I don't know if it actually has a name, but with the bomb. That bomb duping always makes me so nervous. So... Okay, there's at least 2 chests in Turtle Rock, but possibly 4 where Samaria can be. And then there's Swamp, yes. And there's a... Whee! No, don't stop the super drop. And Meyer, yeah. Alright, looks like Clan's starting to do Swamp.
And it looks like Chex is gonna do the Mire play. He's gonna do... Nope. Oh. Okay, now he's gonna do... Okay. Hammer pegs. Thought he was going for that super jump down by Mire, or by Swamp area to go to Mire. At this point, do you expect Chex to actually go for that? He might.
What? Sorry.
I think we'll see him go. No, he's not going for the mirror yet. He's gonna hop into Turtle Rock. We've seen him do Spike Cave already.
Turtle Rock kind of makes sense just because you can do a couple checks and then hop on out. Plus, you know, with the promise of that sword, who knows, it could be in there as well, and you can just not have to worry about that.
Yep, the other thing that could hurt Chex even more is if Samaria is in Mimic Cave. You saw a hint that I missed.
Oh my, you're right. Oh. The great equalizer would be vanilla, though.
Well, we do have a mirror shield.
It's not in Turtle Rock.
Alright, what have you not done up here, Chex?
I'm not sure what he was going for, but guess he decided against it.
He might have thought about going to Laser Bridge anyways and look for that. He knows that because Samaria can't be back there.
No, but that sword could be. I mean, given his skill level, it probably wouldn't be that difficult to do, although it doesn't look like that's where he's going.
I think he's going to show off a clip to Mimic Cave now. So he's lining up for it.
Oh my goodness, Chex. Oh. Who needs a mirror anyway for Mimic Cave? Whoa, invisible body much?
And there we go. Swamp has been pretty empty still as well. There's a few more checks left.
And it's just 20 rupees. 10 out of 10 swag, though. Did we get to see Big Chest yet of Swamp?
Alright, Chex is gonna... He's either doing Mire or he's actually going to do a YBA to check out Blacksmith and... Nope, he's going to Mire. Meanwhile, getting the double spins and trying to get double puffs on Argo.
You know, I wonder why the game gets so confused in Mire when you enter in a wrong manner.
It's like whenever you go into some of these, it has to load special graphics. A lot of things don't happen automatically. So it keeps one thing at a time. And you have something.
There it is!
And there is Kane.
Oh no.
Yep, I mean you'll get something fairly similar if you leave Myra. You'll keep that raining effect going instead, or the raining sound going when you leave, since there's no point for it. It doesn't hit that little point where it knows that it needs to reload some things.
GG though, that's gonna be difficult for Chex to come back from. Yeah, I think Glan's got this one.
Especially if we end up finding that sword in here. But then even if it's not in here, the only thing Glan hasn't checked is Turtle Rock at this point, as well as Smith and Dwarfs. Or Smith and Purple Chest.
But he does know there's one in Turtle Rock, so might just go for that anyway.
Yep, we know that there's one sword somewhere in Turtle Rock. We also know that there's a sword in Lumberjack.
I believe that Chex got the hint about Pyramid Fairy. I think he's just opting for this instead.
He's seen it twice, or seen two different hints that point to that. There was a hint in, I think, Hera that had that, and there was also an Eastern that had the hint about it.
No, we know what Pet is, but yeah, Trinex could be a sword. We know Lumberjack's a sword. We know that one of the swords is in Turtle Rock somewhere. We just don't know where in Turtle Rock. Oh, I've seen plenty of sword go modes. Even more than I would care to, honestly. How about you, JC?
Never enough.
Why don't you just play swordless then? Actually, you might. I don't even know if you do.
Okay, unfortunately for Chex, nothing there. He is gonna be... where's he going now? We might see him show off some YBA shenanigans. We still haven't seen the mid side.
Yeah, it's possible that mids are on right side GT.
Yep, and checks is often you go ahead and check out Smith and Purple Chest. He's gonna run his way to the bottom of the screen, get a bottle loaded or ready to go. I think he's got a green potion, so he should be fine. Otherwise, he needs to take some damage first. Alright, so He used a green potion the same frame he hit the transition. What that does is it does load data from a lot of the collision data from the screen that was below it, but the sprites stayed where they were, stayed the same sprite, so he was able to just walk right up to the dwarves and call it good. Alright, Glan's got his 6th crystal, he's gonna mirror over, get his 7th, and then from there he just has to find a sword so he can fight Ganon. And we'll see if which choice he opts for.
I think a lot of people hate Swamp Bacon.
Yep, and unfortunately on his case, this is gonna be the one that likely cost him everything on this one. He does like showing off as many fun things as possible, though.
This checks. You do not have the mitts.
At this point, it looks like he's definitely going to go ahead and grab that mirror and hop into Swamp. I think we saw 2 items in Desert earlier.
I think so. Not sure.
Either way, Chex has this one completed anyways, and still didn't get a sword from that.
Alright, so time for the sword hunt. Looks like Glan's just going for his guaranteed sword in Turtle Rock.
Yep, and it's definitely the play that'll result on average will probably be a lot faster. Going straight for the back and just working his way to the front from there.
And he's in.
And there's that sword.
Well, that was easy.
And go ahead and check these 4 other 3. Alright, so we do have Glan in go mode at 1 out of 39. Only thing he has to do now is kill Ganon.
And there's the mirror for Chexhuman, but it is far too late at this point. It would take something catastrophic on Glan's end to turn this around.
Nice spawn for the end of phase 1 there. With Master Sword Ganon only spins do damage to Ganon. That is 12 spins for the first 2 phases. Hoping that Ganon
Careful there.
Hoping that Ganon goes into when he warps up, that he goes to the far left and far right rather than the. He does have green potion and magic and blue potion, so might as well just use the cape and just eliminate how many phases. It's like if you can get all the damage done right before when he will decide. We'll make that determination on if he's going to phase 3 or not.
One of the tournament admins pointing out about mirror and pyramid theory.
Alright, Glan's made his way to phase 3. Silver Ganon, lots of magic, lots of arrows, or a few arrows.
Short of catastrophic console failure or something, he's got this.
That was a ton of work for this third vulnerability.
Yeah, it was. I kind of missed the V18 no warps.
Oh,
Nice silverless. I think that was silverless. I'm not even sure if that would have been possible.
Yeah, he got that final few frames spin right there. Just one more silver and it'll be GG's. Alright, final error there. GG's to Glan. Chex making his way up to Argus. Finishing left hand side of Swamp really fast before he does that. And at which point that would almost put him in go mode.
Alright, Glan with a first place time of 1:44.09.
So this seed was basically every item except like 3 in spheres 1 and 2. And then we had Canaan Sword way out of there.
Yeah. And Glan will indeed be joining us for an interview.
Not sure what Chex just did there right there, but that was interesting.
I honestly missed it. What happened?
It's kind of like he got stuck a little bit in that same spot. He had that pushing animation, but couldn't move at all.
Hmm. Kane is on Argus.
And we do have Glan over joining us right now. So that was a seed, wasn't it?
It sure was.
GG's.
Thanks.
So, what you think of all that?
Yeah.
I think that accurately describes it. So, how about that Samaria?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting, I guess. I meant to check Mire before Swamp, but I kind of forgot before going to get the mirror, so I just fully committed to that play.
Lucked out on it.
Yeah.
And Chex just now got his Samaria.
And then we'll most definitely see him hop onto Laser Bridge at this point. Or finish off Mire first. I forgot if there was an item on Vitri yet. But he's headed that way from Swamp Portal.
Oh my goodness. So this just basically started out as a jet seed and then just turned into a hell seed real quick.
Yeah, it was all like pretty reasonable except for the cane.
That's so
found it.
well.
Yeah, everything I think was within spheres 1 and 2, other than Mirror and Cane and Final Sword.
Final Sword wasn't that bad, actually.
Yeah.
With the hint for it. And it's like right there when you go in. Like, made me kind of regret doing some extra checks to find a different one. Another interesting thing was the hint for half magic in the sewers actually led to the bow indirectly because it was an escape.
Yeah.
I can't remember where the hint was for Mirror and Fat Fairy.
I think one was here and one was in East. We saw a hint that told us both, and then the Eastern hint tile told you specifically.
Okay, it must have been. Yeah, I think it was the Eastern one. I don't remember another one. Maybe I just like completely blanked out reading it.
It was pretty early.
Chex is just now getting to Vitreous, and he'll just have to go kill Ganon after that.
But before he kills Ganon, he does need to make a slight detour.
Oh, right. Sword. Yeah, he'll probably go for Laser Bridge, hopefully.
He'll definitely get a laser bird first.
Did Chex find the myths by any chance?
Nope,
Nope.
not yet. And there's only a few chests left in Turtle Rock that need to be. He did hop into Turtle Rock without the king. Check those few chests on in the middle. And then he did the mimic clip.
Yeah, it's probably in Turtle Rock or right side GT.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't seen Right Side GT at all. I wonder where that fourth sword is.
And Chex isn't going to bother to check the other three chests. He's going to show off his Master Sword Ganon as well. That was a pretty early Ice Palace play that you did there, Glan.
Yeah. I mean, I had the items for it, and I was right there. I figured probably best to just get it out of the way now. I also did GT really early. Which turned out to be useless, but...
Alright, should be out of phase 1 now. Oh, missed one of the hits. Alright, phase 1 down. 2 hits into phase 2. Does still have this red potion. Just trying to squeeze in those few extra hits just to try to get out of this phase. For phases 1 and 2, it finishing towards the end or finishing at the start gives you the same amount of time loss. And there we go, we're on phase number 3. I believe the third hit had like 10 warps on.
I don't know exactly how many, but it was a lot. So
Alright, just need 3 errors in. We got the first one. The torch cycles are just a bit up. Barely misses that double to finish us off one more after we get the torches relit. That's hit number 4, GG. And we got a full clear with Master Sword, still going to be a sub 2 for him.
with an official time of 1:57:26. GG's.
And we are joined by Chex. GG Chex. That was a fun seed.
GG's. We can't hear you if you're talking.
Sorry, GG.
GG.
So, thoughts on this seed?
I wasn't. I didn't want to take the bait to get a Swamp Palace, so I just did everything that I could to avoid it.
Including Mimic Clip.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It would have been cool if that were the cane, but oh well.
And I think Swamp and Turtle Rock were the only 2 dungeons that had some kind of progression in. I believe everything else was Overworld in this seed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, then there was Bow in Hyrule Castle.
Yeah.
But you were like 3 items from Go mode about 20 minutes in.
That sounds about right. So, that was a hunt. But I had to stick to my guns.
Yeah. And as always, we got to see some fun stuff on your side.
Yeah, that's good to know.
That mimic thing was pretty awesome. Gotta give it that much.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't. Is pretty good. I wish I had practiced Master Sword Ganon a bit more. But I haven't done that in a long time. Pretty funny that I still needed that for Go mode, but I kind of knew where a sword was, so oh well.
Definitely. I was a little bit surprised by your Ice Palace play right after GT,
Hmm.
with Hammer Peg kind of on the way and Bomb on the way-ish.
Yeah. If I had done it, if I were to do it all over again, I'd probably go to the hammer pegs. Yeah. The bomb play just seemed too dumb with 2 hints for the mirror. It was just ridiculous. Maybe I would do it if there were like no hints. Well, even then, I wouldn't do it very quickly, but I would go to the bomb shop at some point before, let's say, purple chest. So, I mean, but with 2, I mean, yeah, it does. It didn't tell me that Samaria was in Swamp Palace, so I didn't go for that.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. If I were to do it all over again a 3rd time, then I'd go. Then I would learn my lesson eventually, and then go to Swamp Palace. I mean, it was surprising that there are no swords there too, I guess. Was there another sword somewhere, or did I miscount?
We haven't seen the 4th one.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I should have just gone to Swamp and hoped for a sword and cane, but oh well.
There's always game 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Looking forward to it.
All I'm rooting for is game 3.
Sure.
I always like games to go as long as they can.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm for that.
Alright, well, any last thoughts before we wrap things up?
Not really about the seed. So thanks for commentating. Appreciate it as always.
Thank you for the awesome show. And good luck in game 2. With that, I think I'll leave JC with the final words.
Well, that was a fun match we had. It's like even though there was a whole lot of diversions, there was a whole lot of convergence. And then the big play was Glan hitting over to Swamp instead of Meyer, where Chex ended up. So as much as you two split off pretty early on, there was a lot of meeting points, and then finishing off what each other has already done, and in pretty close to similar times overall.
Bye.
Anyways, as soon as we see the final collection rate of 174, just 6 items different from Glan's. Whereas really nice rate. And with that, we will see you another time. I believe game 2 is Sunday.
Yep. Sunday at 9.
And I think we have our bronze matches before then.
Yeah, I think those are tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, looks like we have a 3 o'clock tomorrow, a 5 o'clock tomorrow for for the bronze matches, at least the first 2 games of that. And then we'll figure out game 3 afterward. So, at this time, we do have to say goodbye to our Glitchy Madness today. Thanks everyone for dropping by. Thanks to Glan and Chex for another stunning performance on this. And have a great night, all.
Hey, everybody.